So finally, it's here. The video I've been promising a lot of my viewers and a lot of the people that have been giving me buzz in the comment section, where I promise I'm going to talk about the real estate here in Nigeria and the naira-dollar exchange rates. How the exchange rates affect real estate, how real estate affect the exchange rates, and the different things investors must know about the naira to dollar rates and investing in real estate. This video is going to be in series because almost everything I can't say it once, but I'll share some tips here, and then later we start also sharing more and more tips. All right, so if you want to understand how the naira to dollar foreign exchange affects real estate, then calmly sit down and watch this video. If you want to know how when dollar goes up or when naira devaluates, what happens to real estate at that time, or even currently at the black market as of today, it's like maybe 600 and something naira. Sorry, I'm not updated with that. So someone have asked me that, what about if dollar goes to like 200 naira? What's going to happen to real estate? What's going to happen to real estate? That means real estate investors are going to lose their money. All right, so we are going to talk about that in this video and so many more. So if you are coming across a video like this for the first time, trust me, this is your go-to channel. If you need anything about real estate here in Lagos, real estate here in Nigeria, everything you need to understand, property titles, locations, reviews, risk assessments, everything, real estate companies, we discuss everything here. So you want to go to our playlist after watching this video so that you are going to understand more, learn more, get more of our guides about the different things that we have talked about. So let's go into the topic because there are so many things to talk about. Let's go to the topic: naira-dollar exchange rates and Nigeria real estate. All right, so if you haven't subscribed to our videos yet, come on, you have been learning. If you haven't subscribed to our videos yet, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to subscribe, be part of our channel, and so I don't miss any guides. You don't miss any. Just not look at this topic. There are so many things, so many very key things that I'll be sharing in this topic. So there are so many fantastic topics that we still have coming. So you don't want to miss any of these videos. So you want to subscribe, you want to turn on the notification button. Once you drop this content, you get notified and you can easily watch them. And also, as a personal target, I really want to hit 2K subscribers by the end of the year. So kindly do subscribe and also be part of it. That's just one of the ways that you can encourage us. All right, so let's talk about real estate and naira-dollar exchange rates. Now we all know how fluctuating or unstable the naira to dollar exchange rate have been in the past, let's say 8 years. And to be very frank, I don't see that changing in the next 8 years also. So don't mind me, I'm a realistic person. I like saying reality. So, and that have had a very big effect on real estate, which some people know, some people don't know. And some people have even been looking at it that, okay, let's say we got a new administration and then they stabilize the economy via their policies, monetary policies and fiscal policies. They were able to bring back naira to dollar to like 200 naira to a dollar. What's going to happen to real estate? That means the price of real estate is going to crash, and that means people are going to lose money. All right, so I'm going to attend to that first, basically. And for you to understand that first, I need to give you a basic understanding about money. Now, we have money as a value, purchasing value of money. And then we have money as like the numeric value. Numeric value is like the amount. We have 1 million. That's numeric value. We have 1,000. That's a numeric value. We have 10 million. So you need to have 1 million in 10 places for you to have 10 million. That's numeric value. You need to have 1,000 in 100 places for you to have 100,000. That's numeric value. Now, when we now talk about purchasing value is what that money can get you in the market. When you bring in 100,000 to the market, what can you buy with it? If you bring in 1 million to the market, what can you buy with it? If you bring in 10 million to the market, what can you buy with it? So that's purchasing value. So in this video, I'll be talking about numeric value of some certain things and also purchasing value of some certain things. And that's when life becomes tricky. So that's when Someone can begin $1,000, $1,000, $100 in 10 places, $1,000, and have more purchasing value, which is buy more in the market than someone that brought in 100,000 naira. So in numeric value, 100,000 is more than 100,000 naira is more than $1,000 in numeric value, because when I put the money on the table, I'm only seeing $100, 10, and I'm seeing 1,000 naira in 100 places for 100,000. But when we go into the market, the $1,000 I can buy more has a higher purchasing value than the 100,000. So as an investor, you want to stop looking at money as numeric value. The 100,000, the 1 million, the 10 million is none of your business. As an investor, what's your priority is the purchasing value. What is this money worth in the market? What can I buy with this money? So, and that's why you can buy a property for 10 million naira and sell it for 13 million naira and you're still making a loss. It's getting tricky, Abby. Yes, you can still make a loss, because the 10 million, let's make it practical. You bought that property 10 million in 2010, 10 million naira in 2010. Then in 2022, you sold it at 13 million naira. So as a layman, you're looking at it at 10 million naira anymore. I bought it at 10 million and I sold it at 13 million. That means I made 3 million. Okay, it's still, at least it's still a good investment. But when you look at it, that as at 2010, the purchasing value of 10 million in 2010, you look at it, then the purchasing value of 10 million right now in 2022, you look at it, the purchasing value of 13 million in 2010, you look at it, then the purchasing value of 13 million right now in 2022, you look at it, you are going to realize that you make a loss. You just made a loss, basically, because the 13 million that you are collecting now does not have the same purchasing value as the 10 million in 2010. So which means that the 10 million in 2010 is even higher in purchasing value than the 13 million right now. Alright, so these are where things become tricky, and these are where developers make a lot of money and also lose a lot of money, particularly those that do off plan. If you don't understand the velocity of money, if you don't understand the purchasing value of money, you just be collecting money from clients will be paying you 40 million, and you realize that hey, you are still making a loss. So you see, you increase the property to 50 million, you still collect the money, you see, you are still making a loss. So because the purchasing value of money is very, very key. Make value is useless. You always need to look at it, that what can this money buy in the market. All right, now let's now talk about how real estate comes in to numeric value, purchasing value, exchange rates, how real estate comes in. Now, what happened with real estate is some realtors, okay, let's say all we realtors, well, I'm a realtor too. All we realtors talk about real estate appreciate. You can't buy at so amount and sell at the same so amount. Once you buy at so amount, you can sell at so amount. So that means it's appreciating. And real estate has a hedge on inflation. So if inflation goes up, real estate will goes up. Okay, all right, calm down. Now we need to understand why these things happen. Why does real estate goes up? What's happening to galvanize real estate going up? And that's one of the things that investors don't understand. That's why they misunderstand some things about real estate, and that's why they misunderstand what I mean by a crash. I talked about the crash in some of my videos before. Maybe I'm going to share a link on the screen to that real estate crash, or share a link on the description to real estate crash. All right, now, so when we talk about real estate has two things, or two branches. We have what we call capital appreciation, and then we have what we call capital retainment. Now, so we have capital appreciation and we have capital retainment. So these two are different. So at times you are not investing in real estate for you to appreciate your funds or appreciate your capital. you are investing in real estate for it to retain your funds. Now, every currency in the world, either it's naira, it's dollar, it's euros, it's pounds, it's whatever, depreciates as long as you are saving it in cash. If you don't understand, ask what is happening. Just look at what is happening this year. Almost every economy in the world have experienced double-digit inflation this year, which simply means that what you can buy last year cheaper, you are paying more this year. It's cars, it's food items, whatever is happening is inflation. So as long as you have cash saved in any currency, you are getting poorer. That's just the truth. So it doesn't matter where you are putting that money into. As long as it's cash, something will happen, one people will bomb one person, affect supply chain, and before you know it, so things have gone up. So every cash, regardless of the currency that you are saving, depreciates. So that's the reason why some investors put that fund in real estate. So they look at it that, okay, I'm going to need this money in 2 years time or in 3 years time, but if I just save it, inflation will hit it, so let me just put it on the property. So at least by 2 years time or 3 years time, the property will retain the value of this money, not the numeric value, the purchasing value. So let's say you got $1 million, you put it on a property, and in 3 years time, the purchasing value of that $1 million have dropped. And the same thing you could buy $1 million 3 years ago, right now is now like maybe $1.25 million. So you can sell your property at $1.3 million. So that way it has retained the purchasing value of that money, so you don't lose. That's capital retainment. Now, capital retainment most times is for short term. You just want to put it there, look at this, okay, let me get my phone out. Now, capital appreciation is more of long term, and this is where a lot of you guys make mistake. We hear, I want to buy it to know at pre-launch 6 months time, I want to sell it before naira-dollar exchange rate change. Let me sell it for 30 million. For where? So capital appreciation is you invest in real estate for long term. Long term, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years. There was a trending video about Femi Otedola, the billionaire, when he was talking about that he bought some potato in the 80s for like maybe 100,000 or something, and those same property right now are worth like 20 million, 18 million. A lot of people look at 100,000 and 20 million, but a lot of people don't look at it that the 80s and 90s to now is like almost 25 years. It's like almost 15 years. So 15 years compounded the value of that money from 100,000 to 20 million. 15 years. So it's a long term. It's a long term game. So capital appreciation means that you are not just getting the money that you have invested is not just going up, but the purchasing value of that money is even like times 3, times 4 of what you bought that property years ago. You get it now? So we're not only looking at the make value, and that's where we even get it wrong with the exchange rate. See, Nigerian economy is not like European economy or US economy. Our economy here is different. As at when dollar was maybe 190, 195 naira to dollar, the cost of living then and the cost of living now in Nigeria when dollar is like maybe let's say 650 is not the same. Oh. So a lot of you guys only look at it that $1 is 750 now or more. So my $10,000 is now so amount in naira. But a lot of you guys are not looking at the purchasing value of that money when you exchange it to naira. The purchasing value to have dropped. It has dropped. What you spend to buy a house when dollar was like 190 naira and when dollar is 650 naira is not the same. What you spend for tiles when dollar was 190 naira and when dollar is 650 naira is not the same. What you spend on roofing when dollar was 190 naira and when dollar is 650 is not the same. What you spend for POP, for fittings, for furniture is not the same. Cost of food when dollar was 190 naira and when dollar is 650 now is not the same. So our market here, naturally, both goods and services adapt to whatever the exchange rate is. It always goes up. So you are looking at it that, okay, my dollar is worth more naira, is true, but for whatever that you wanted to do before, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, with lesser naira too, has also gone up more. So now it's not just about the numeric value, it's also going to affect the purchasing value of your money. So it doesn't matter whether you save in dollars, you save in pounds, you save in naira, the purchasing value will always affect you. It will always, regardless of the exchange rate, will still affect you. It may not affect you immediately if you are smart, but the moment the economy adjusts and every services go up to, because let's say 650 to 1 naira, 650 naira to $1, that's the rate, and then let's say it now goes to 900 naira to $1. If that 900 naira to $1 can remain the same for 3 months, trust me, every services in Nigeria will go up. School fees will go up, cost of houses will go up, and once cost of houses go up, rent will go up. So everybody too will charge more for whatever they are doing too. So you too that have that dollar, that want to bring that dollar into Nigeria, you too, you pay more. It will affect you one way or the other. So that's purchasing value. So we tend to always ignore the numeric value as an investor, and you have to always look at that purchasing value. So to now answer the question, so a property, we have a property at 100 naira to $1. Okay, no, let's say 300 naira to $1. 300 naira to $1. That's the current rate when you buy that property. You bought that property. Then the naira to dollar rate somehow went to 100 naira to $1. What will happen to that property? Yes, the price of the property will go down. The property was maybe 30 million, but you bought it at 300 naira to $1, and then the dollar have gone to like 100 naira to $1 now. The price of property will definitely come down. The price of the property can come down to like maybe around 25 million or 20 million. And then numerically, you're looking at it that, hey, 30 million more property, it has crashed. It did not crash. That's not a crash. Because the purchasing value of that 25 million or the purchasing value of that 20 million when naira is 100 naira to $1 is even higher than the purchasing value of the 30 million when it was 300 naira to $1. So real estate moves with purchasing value, not numeric value. So there's nothing that concerns real estate with 30 million and you must sell at 45 million. Nobody will buy because they feel like it's too expensive, it's exaggerated. You know how many things I can buy with 45 million now? So that's one thing you need to understand about real estate. So if the exchange rate comes down, definitely the price of real estate will come down, but that's not a crash, and investors are not still losing a dime. I can argue it here anywhere. Investors are still not losing a dime, because what you can buy with the price and value of that property as at that time is even higher than the amount you invested there. So the profit of your investment is not about numeric profit, it's about purchasing value. So that's why it's possible for you to buy a property at 45 million, sell it at 60 million, and you bring that 60 million back to that location. You will not be able to buy that property in that location again, because the purchasing value of that 60 million has gone low. It has gone low. That's just it. So if the naira to dollar exchange goes down, price of property will go down, but that's not a crash, because what we are looking at as an investor is the purchasing value of what you want to sell that property. So if you sell a property, if I buy a property at 30 million and you sell a property at 20 million, the only reason it's going to be a loss is if the purchasing value of that 30 million in the naira market is more than the purchasing value of that 20 million. But if the purchasing value of that your 20 million is still more than your 30 million that you invested in there, is still a profit. Now this same thing also goes to rentals too. I've seen a lot of people ask me that rental, if I collect 1 million this year, if I collect 1 million next year, and the exchange rate has affected. Real estate is long term. If you want sharp money, go and put your money in crypto. Don't do real estate. It's simple. That's what, whenever anybody asks me, I want to get to some amount in 18 months, just go and do cryptocurrency. Real estate is long term. You want to build wealth. So what smart investors that are abroad and invest in our market here do is they do what we call compounding. Compounding is profit making more profits, interest making more interest. Why should you be making 1 million in Nigeria and you're converting it to dollars? It doesn't make any sense now. That 1 million cash flow that you are making, you compound it again. You compound this continuously to where your investment portfolio is creating an interest rate that is higher than the exchange rate. But it doesn't happen with one investment. No, it's not possible. So people want to convert dollars to naira, invest it in Nigeria, and then the return they want to be making, not to convert it to dollar and still like ensure that it makes sense. No, it's not going to make sense. Because our market here doesn't make sense in the first place. So a lot of factors are there, a lot of inflation, foreign exchange rates, the purchasing power based on employment rate and unemployment rate. So all these things continuously be affecting your real estate, and that's why you have to diversify. As you have rental apartment for residential, you have rental apartment for commercial. So if people's purchasing power are affected and they can't pay you high rents, people will still be paying you high rents for your shops, for your stores, for your office space. Most of them are using it for business, so they won't mind. They'll be paying the high rents. So you want to position yourself in multiple places. So, and the cash flows you are collecting here, you compound it again. You reinvest it. So it's when you have reinvested this location, you now have like 17 different cash flows, 16 different cash flows. You realize that your cash flow and your interest rate and your profit rate has gone up higher than the naira exchange rate. But you have only like maybe 2 cash flow or 3 cash flow, it's going to affect you. That is truth. So the money you are making here from these properties, from this investment, you don't take it off. You don't convert it to dollars, you don't convert it to pounds. You reinvest it. You reinvest it continuously till it makes sense for your initial pounds or your initial dollar to naira rate. That's it. It's compounding. So you do land banking, you sell, you make profit, you reinvest. You bought an apartment, you put it out for short let or for rentals. You collect your rent there. You reinvest. You continue reinvesting, compounding. So by the time you are compound for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years, you realize that your investments have become immune to the naira-dollar exchange rate. That's the only way. So don't tell me that inflation rate has eaten the money. The current exchange rates have eaten the money. What does your portfolio look like? That's the first thing. What is your portfolio? How many properties do you have? How many properties giving you cash flow? How many properties do you have for land banking? Okay, the profits that you are making, what are you doing with it? You are taking it off Nigeria. Funny, oh. You have to reinvest it here. You have to compound it. So there are people here that have been investing in real estate, that have been investing in real estate here for the past 16 years. For the past 7 years, they don't even care whatever the exchange rate is right now, because their investments have gone up higher. So, like for example, a property that you bought at 20 million 17 years ago, and your property is giving you like a rent of like 3 million right now per annum, 4 million per annum. For a property that you bought like 20 million, 5 million per annum. So it has gone above the inflation rate. So the property that you are buying at 20 million right now, 30 million right now, that inflation is still affecting the exchange rate. Calm down. Don't rush. Compound it. Compound that cash flow. Compound it. Put it into more investment. Let that profit, let that cash flow also make more cash flow for you. By the time you do that for like 6 years, you are going to realize that your investments have become immune to whatever the naira-dollar rate is. So that's how real estate works for investors. That's how real estate works if you are abroad and you are putting your money here. So a lot of you guys have been shielding away from investing because you keep looking at the exchange rate, you keep looking at it that dollar is so amount now, I will buy, dollar will change to so amount now, it will affect my investment. Fine, no problem. If you don't want to, no problem. You know, people will, more people will, because the demand for real estate here is not going to stop. Our population is rising exponentially. Exponentially, our population is rising. So is a market, an unending market, a endless potential market, because Africa is the future. That's the truth. That's where like almost 50% of the population at working class will be in the next 10 years. so that's it. So there's money for housing, there's money for infrastructures, and all these will be jacking up the value of real estate. So this is what you need to understand about the naira-dollar exchange rates and real estate. Like I said, this video will be in series, so we are going to be having a part 2 series, because I know a lot of investors will come and comment again. And what about Kinikon? What about this one? What about that one? I'm at home. This is what I do for a living. I will counter your argument again. All right, so you can drop your comments, you can drop your perspectives. Definitely, we can hear your view about what you don't understand about the numeric value and purchasing value of money. Don't keep money, don't keep cash. Don't keep cash. The moment you have collected that cash like this, the purchasing value is dropping every seconds. Every seconds. Every seconds. There's something that you could have bought at £10. The moment you collect that £10 like this, it has gone to 10.5. Very soon, another 3 months, 4 months, you go to £11. So it's all currency. It's all currency. It's not only naira. There is dollars, it's pounds, it's euros. As long as you are stocking cash, the purchasing value of that money will always be affected. All right, so assuming you're more property on the planet, your property advisor or property consultant, if you have learned a lot from this video, you have questions on this video, drop a comment, reach me directly on my WhatsApp number on the screen. If this video has been enlightening for you, can you give us a thumb like, subscribe to our videos. That's one of the ways that you can support us, and you can also show us that our videos have been very, very impactful. Kindly subscribe to our videos, turn on your notification button, share our videos with your friends. If any of your friends are telling you, why are you investing in Nigeria, just share my link with them. Just share my video link with them. Let me counter them for you. So just share my video link for them. Let them learn also from the different market opportunities and market potentials that are here. So assuming your number one property on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabbi Mustafa, thanks once again for watching our videos. Thanks for the comments, the likes. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys a lot. And see you next time.